guys, welcome to Photog Real Talk with Angela Hatch, me. I will be your host today. I'm so excited to dig into 3 things to help you start feeling more confident when you discuss pricing with your clients. Now, when I talk to photographers, this is a huge thing that people struggle with. So we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can start to feel more confident with your pricing when you discuss it with other people. Okay, so first, the very first thing is, I know that it can feel scary to stick with a pricing structure for any length of time. But number 1 is you need to stick with a pricing structure for at least 60 to 90 days or for 5 to 10 clients. And let me tell you why. The number 1 thing that I think is holding photographers back from making the money they want and from seeing the success that they want in their business is the fact that they change their pricing all the time. All the time. I know that you are worried that your photography pricing isn't right, or that there's something wrong with it, or that maybe it's not the best one that you could be choosing. But in all reality, there is no best. There is no 100% right. There are a million different ways that you could put your pricing together. And I do encourage you to look into the different types of structures and find one that fits you and fits your business best. With that being said, you changing your pricing every week, every other week, once a month, it doesn't allow you to build up confidence in the numbers that you're presenting to people when they're coming to you asking, what are your prices? I'd love to work with you. Let's discuss this. And then you start feeling choked and like nervous and stressed and full of anxiety because you may have just changed your numbers 2 days ago and you haven't really been able to build up that confidence in those numbers. So that's the first thing, is you need to stick with your pricing long enough to build up confidence in them. Second one, you need to know your numbers, okay? Stop basing your numbers on what other people are doing. It's not good. You're not going to feel confident sharing those numbers with other people, and you're never, ever, ever going to actually be making a profit in your business. So when you are looking at, and this is super embarrassing, but when I first started, I did email other photographers that I knew were like well established, and I wanted to know their pricing because I didn't even know where to start. I had no idea how to price myself. I had no idea how to do my cost of goods, cost of doing business. I had no idea about taxes. So I literally just wanted somebody to say, well, this is what I do, so do the same thing. It's no bueno, okay? It's not going to work for you. And I can say that because I did it. And it's like, I really am embarrassed thinking back on that. But it's okay because it's part of my journey and it helped me discover how to actually price myself. So you need to know your numbers. You need to know, what are your products going to be costing you if you're offering products? How much time are you spending per session? How much are you wanting to work in the year? How much can you work in the year? How much do you want or need to be making every month or during the year for your, to be able to be making a profit, to be able to live and pay your bills and whatever else you need to pay for? So those are things that you really need to go through and write down and figure out the math, okay? You need to do that. And if you need help with that, there is a button right below this. It's my awesome 5 tips to perfect your pricing with confidence guide. And it really goes over how you can figure out your numbers to make sure that you are pricing yourself profitably. And it does go a little bit more in depth on different pricing structures so that you can find one that feels really good to you. Okay, so then third, make sure that you have a process in place for when people book with you. I think that this is something that really blocks people because I think first it's pricing, and secondly, I think, I'm sure that you want clients, but do you have a solid way to interact with them once they book with you? Or is that something that in the back of your mind you're kind of nervous about? Between that and not feeling confident in your pricing, it's no wonder that if you're struggling to book clients, that's why. So you need to sit down and think, okay, so they call, we book the session, and then these are the emails that need to go out with them. These are the interactions that we need to have. How can I make sure this is a great experience for them? What are the points where I need to communicate with them? How can I keep track of that? If you need some sort of program or something like 17 Hats or, yeah, that's the one I use. But I know there's a whole bunch of them out there that really help you with workflow and keeping track of clients. If all you want to do is use a whiteboard and that works for you, fabulous. Use whatever you need to make sure that you have created a process that's easy for you, easy for your clients, and it helps you feel comfortable with how much you're charging. If you don't know the experience that you're going to be giving your clients, then of course you're not going to feel comfortable charging enough, charging what you want to be charging for your photography. Because when you bring up pricing, you have nothing in your brain telling you, okay, yeah, I'm obviously worth this much money because of XYZ reasons and all of these things that I provide my clients. And so if you don't have that process in your brain, your prices are not going to feel comfortable with you. And then they're not going to feel comfortable when you talk about them with future clients. So those are the 3 tips. So let's go over them again. First, stick with your pricing structure long enough to build confidence in it. Second, know your numbers. Oh man, that's my favorite one. You really have to know your numbers. And third, make sure that you have a process in place so that when people actually book with you, you know exactly the experience you're going to be giving them, and that helps you feel more confident in the prices that you're charging because you know the experience they're going to be having. So make sure that you grab my free cheat sheet below, 5 tips to perfect your pricing with confidence, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Keep it real.